Hi guys, you all are welcome back to my channel. It's your girlfriend Bells. How are you guys doing? Today, like I mentioned earlier, we'll be talking about how to let go of unnecessary baggages. Yeah, it's been a while. Many of you messaged me, what's up? We've not seen the video on the channel for a while, and I let you guys know how much NEPA has been dealing with. I know you believe me, guys, that life is made up of ups and downs, highs and lows. But human beings, we always pray, wish, have faith, desire, and look forward to the ups alone. We never ever want to experience the downside of life, but it is unavoidable. It is inevitable. Like, there are times we'll get to taste from the downsides of life, and when these things happen, we only pray for grace and the courage, to live past the season, that we don't get consumed by whatever harshness, difficulty or pain or hurt that this downside of life might come with. Okay, so now let's take it as when these things happen, it happens that we move past them, things get better, we are at a better place. Sometimes we're not even totally over this phase, but we find the way to sum up courage, move on, live our lives like it never happened and all of this stuff. But there are times that when we get confronted with similar situations again, it takes us back to the place where we were at the time, or it reminds us of the things that we are passing through, but we are trying not to remind. That pain, that hurt, the tears and all of those are the baggages that I am talking about. I penned this down because I just don't want to make the mistake of not presenting it the way I am being led to present this. So I prepared this a few days ago, and I hope this is encouraging, inspiring, helpful to someone out there who inwardly feels bent and broken, and who carries around unnecessary baggages from life's harsh experiences. People who find themselves battling with baggages from the past. Life happened at some point in your life, and you've been able to move past that. For some, you've encouraged, fasted, prayed, and have been trying to pick up yourself. And although you do not look like what you're going through or what you've been through at some point, you sincerely wish that you never had to experience such. Yeah, nobody knows. You look beautiful, warm, and friendly. Everybody loves you until they get a little closer. Then they get to see past the concealers. Then they get to see the you who is spent and broken. The you who carries around unnecessary baggages. And this is the you seated at the center of your being. Just that you found a way to conceal it and make people not see that. To prevent people from seeing this, you keep people at arm's length, even the ones who deeply care and desires to help. How will they understand? You ask yourself. The experiences and the memories left sits with you. The truth is, you're right. They cannot really understand. But I tell you, darling, that many of us have had our harsh experiences from the downsides of life, and the memories, we are just trying to deal with it in our own different ways. This has become our dark secrets, our deepest regrets, greatest pains, and a big trauma. They have left us consistently bent and broken. These are life issues, from a rape to an addiction, parental issues, or a chaotic upbringing, divorce, and for some others, they are the negative, demeaning, constant derogatory statements that were used on you while growing up. And unfortunately, these things have gone ahead to shape the self-perception and self-image that you have of yourself. These scars may never completely heal. At times, you break down. When you go to therapy, you read a book, when you watch movies that reminds you of these things, or sometimes when you see others experiencing the same thing. For people watching, they only see an adult crying, an adult being emotional. They don't know that underlining this tough adult that you have become is a child that was bruised, is a child that has passed through hell. This reminds me of the woman in Luke 13:11. This woman has gone around for so many years with a peculiar problem. She had carried around her baggages for so many years. She had found a way to adjust and keep living with this problem of hers. I begin to picture on days she goes out there, try to go about her business and live her life like she was okay. And on days she can't, she's probably locked up in a dark room just so she doesn't bring some sort of disgrace to her family. She had survived for so many years, so she has found a way to live regardless. Ladies, they are emotional beings. So to survive such situations, sometimes they turn to guys, hoping to receive a level of love that can wash the pains away. I put it to you that it is only a matter of time before you ruin it, no matter how hard the guy tries. For the guys, they probably find a lady who is loyal enough, who loves them deeply, and is willing to help them walk through this challenge, or is willing to help them, lift this baggage, no matter how heavy it is. But I tell you, you screw it up. It's only a matter of time. Then because she loves you, she will look over that. You get a second chance. This time you will try so much, try very, very much, but you will screw up again. Then again and again and again, until she's tired. This is because the first step to healing begins with you. It's not in the hands of another. Until you've begun the healing work, a gentle touch, a kind gesture, companionship will never be enough. How then can you find healing? Look into the mirror and say convincingly to the image you see, I will go on. My past doesn't define me. That was then and this is now. No one can change their yesterday, no matter how terrible it must have been. But I really ask that you receive the grace to start afresh. You must learn to embrace this thing, this humbling experience of yours. When you admit it, then you are able to stop wishing it never happened. Admitting acceptance makes you strong enough, so much that you're not concerned about either it happened or not. Now you are more concerned about how can I help somebody else. This is where your true healing comes from. You go out there and preach it. You go out there and save others, rescue others from experiencing this same thing that you experienced, that has broken and kept you bent for so long. People are probably experiencing it. The next person outdoor is probably experiencing it. But if you really want to heal, you have to go out there and use this tool of experience to help others. Use the gift of experience that you have to save others, to rescue others, to help others, come out to the light. By so doing, you begin to experience this lightness, this uplifting. You are brighter. The heaviness in your heart begins to ease. Of course, you then get to the place where you are thankful for experiencing it, because God has used you to be a source of rescue to another. Now I tell you, honey, this is going to take a while. It doesn't mean the moment you start to go out there and begin to help people and begin to evangelize the same things and begin to create awareness about this thing, then healing comes. No. The healing, I assure you, will come at a time when you do not even notice it. You suddenly forget about it, because it is no longer about the pain. It is no longer about the burden. It is no longer about the experience. It is now about saving a soul. It is now about rescuing another. It is now about being a light to the path of another. And if anybody asks you, at what point does this thing, begin to matter less to you? You can't even remember. People call you on the street and it doesn't make any meaning to you. You're like, like you're strong enough to own up to it, because it makes no sense to you anymore. It doesn't bite you anymore. It doesn't hurt you anymore. It is now demystified. It is now less potent. Kindly share this. Share until it gets to someone who desperately, seriously needs to see this. I love you guys. Bye.